Hello my friends, welcome back to my channel. I hope everyone's doing great. I am here with another video. So yeah, let's begin. I have really sparkly nails today. A friend's daughter painted my nails and she made them really pretty and sparkly. You can't really tell on the camera, but they're really sparkly. Anyways, yeah, let's begin. So I noticed on the journal tag that I created that some of you mentioned that you wanted to write more meaningful and not just write to fill up pages or just, I guess, fill out your journals more slowly and actually write meaningful stuff and not just random thoughts and stuff. Correct me if I'm wrong. So yeah, you wanted to write more meaningful, you know, like, and I thought I would share my personal thought on that and talk a little bit about journaling and about, I guess, how I journal. I don't know. I just thought that would be interesting. So I don't know how to define what's important or not, but I think you shouldn't worry much about that. I think you should explore, feel free, and let your mind run wild. Whatever you feel like writing, just write it down. You know, like, don't limit yourself. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. There will be times when you feel, there will be times when you will write something so meaningful to you, and others in which you will, or at least there will be times in which I will write something really meaningful and then I'll think, oh wow, like that came out of my mind, you know? And there will be times in which we will just simply write random thoughts that cross our mind, you know? And that's okay too. At least I think that's okay. I think there's a reason that random thought came through our mind, or crossed our mind, or maybe not, but it crossed our mind and you captured it on your journal, you know? So yeah. And if you don't feel like writing, just don't write, you know, don't force yourself to write. That's, I mean, yeah, we shouldn't make journaling a chore, right? We want to be able to enjoy journaling. So yeah, work at your own pace, but don't stop yourself from writing just because you think it's not important or meaningful, you know? Personally, I've noticed that I've been feeling stressed for wanting to use all my empty journals at the same time, you know? Like these past 2 or 3 months, I've tried to hurry up and fill up my journals so that I bought this new journal of what was it, like the Beetlejuice book thing journal, and I was so excited when I found that journal and I got it, and I really wanted to use it for October. So I tried to hurry up and finish my September, and it was a mess. I'll explain whenever I do the flip throughs of those journals. But yeah, that's the problem that I'm having right now. That I've bought so many journals, and now I have a bunch of empty journals, and it's driving me crazy because I really like them all and I want to use them all at the same time, and I don't know, I just want to go back to when I used to have just 3 or 4 journals to choose from, you know? That was so much easier. So that's my current problem that I'm trying to work with, and that's why one of my goals was to use my current empty journals and not buy any more new journals. It's gonna be hard because every time I go into a shop and see a journal and I really like it, and I'm like, I have to get it because then I'll never find it again. So I need to stay away from journaling or journal areas. So I won't buy any more because it's just really stressful having to choose the next journal, you know. So yeah, I want to change that problem. Anyways, let's go back to what I was talking about. Me personally, when I don't feel like writing, I don't write, you know. Sometimes I just feel like collaging and playing with paint, and that's what I'll do. Then when I do feel like writing, I'll come back and write, you know. Let me see. So and sometimes I don't feel like opening the journal at all, you know, and that's okay too. I don't. If I don't feel like journaling or painting or anything, I won't. So for example, back in, what was it, April 25, 2017, I wasn't journaling for like 2 weeks, and the reason I wrote this was all because many of you, well, not many, like some of you were asking me how I have been, if I was okay, because I hadn't posted anything on Instagram or anything. And so yeah, so I decided to write this and take a picture, and then I posted this image on Instagram to let you guys know that I wasn't feeling like journaling, that it had been 2 weeks already and I hadn't feel like journaling at all. And many of you gave me great ideas and encouraged me to try using paint and having fun with paint to get into the journaling mood, or some of you recommended me some prompts that I could do, and that was great. I am so thankful for you guys for encouraging me and oh my god, I can't talk, motivating me to come back to journaling, and I was so happy for that. And that's what I did. I tried. I decided, yeah, that's true. I should play with some paint, and that's what I did. I just grabbed some paints and started playing around with paint to get back into the journaling mood. So yeah, and yeah, that really helped me, since I really enjoy using paints in my journals. Now I love to try new things also. So for example, I'm gonna try to hurry, guys, because I don't want to make this video too long and bore you guys with my crazy stuff. Like a YouTuber, I forgot her name, I'm sorry, I don't think I wrote it in here. She did this YouTuber, she makes some journaling videos. She made a tutorial on how to do this cute microbe, and I thought it was super adorable and cute, so I decided to try it out. I thought it was so fun. So yeah, that's what I created in here. So like me personally, I love to play with paint, and I love to make collages and stuff. So for example, this is a collage I did with some book paper, and then I pasted a little flower, and then let me see, I think I saved it right here. So yeah, I love to play with paint, and I love to use paint in my journals, because that's what interests me, you know. So yeah, those are some examples of some stuff that I like to do in my journals. Also, I like to use like magazine images and stuff to express my feelings, you know. So let me see, which one was it? Like in here, I used, not only do I use words, but I use paint and images, like I said, to express my feelings. Like in here, I was really mad. I just kind of did a messy paint because I was mad. So that's the way I expressed it. And then I found some images on magazines kind of expressing, like, I guess how my face was feeling or how I was feeling, because I was so angry and upset and a lot of mixed feelings, I guess. So yeah, that's something I like to use as well, because I don't know, I just really like to make collages, and I like to try to express myself in different ways, not only writing, you know, because that's what I really enjoy doing. So yeah, also, here's some more examples. I was reading this book, The Gift of Therapy by Irvin, and he mentioned this. You can read it, pause it and read it if you like. And it just reminded me of a dream I had, and I thought, oh my goodness, that's so true. So I had to write that part that I read from his book, and then I did a collage kind of representing the phrase that he said, the quote. And then this is from the same book I was reading that day. I loved what he said in here, and I totally agreed with it. So I did that to capture that moment of me reading that book and sort of things that really caught my attention from that book that I was reading. And I did some collage as well, to kind of represent, or at least how I felt it represented the phrase that he said. So yeah, that's that. And then like I said, I use paint a lot in collages. Let me show you. Let me get this other journal. So I have this one. These are just basically napkins from my painting class. I was using this one to wipe my knife to mix the paintings. And as it dried out, I really liked how it looked, like the texture, the mixed colors. So I decided to tape it in my journal because I really liked how it looked, you know. And let me see, I don't know if yeah. And then in here I was once again playing with paint. As you can tell, I love to make a mess with my paints. So yeah, that's that one. And here's this one. I used some extra or leftover paint I had from my palette that the paint was starting to dry off, and I didn't had another use for it. So I decided I was gonna just spread it out in my sketchbook thing. But then as I spread out all the paint, I really liked how it looked. Once again, you might not think this is cool, but I personally like how it looks. So I tore off the page and then I glue it to my journal. So yeah, I thought that was really cool. And I think that one, yeah. So yeah, like I just, painting makes me happy, you know. And in painting and art and decorating, I mean, art is part of my career. Like, I'm currently getting ready to apply for masters in art therapy, you know. Very, very soon. I'm nervous about that, but excited at the same time. And I might not be good in art, but I really enjoy it. And I think that's what matters. So, yeah. Now, if I was a clothes designer, I'm not sure if that's how they are called, sorry. Yeah, if I was a clothes designer, then in my journaling, I might have some drawings of clothes, you know? So yeah, what I'm trying to say with this, what I mean is, to incorporate in your journals what you like, and don't stress whether it's important or not. I think every journal is unique and meaningful in its own way. And you know, like for me, 10 years from now, I'm gonna look back at this paint mess and at these napkins, and I'm gonna say, "Ah, look, when I was taking that painting class, like, that's, I saved my napkin, my painting napkins and stuff, you know." And that's gonna be meaningful to me in the long way. And so yeah, so my tip is to explore your interests, only what interests you. Don't force yourself to do anything you are not feeling connected to do, because if it interests you, then it must be important, you know. So yeah, don't try to separate. If it's something that you feel it's interested to you, or you feel connected to it and you feel like writing about it, then write about it. Don't feel like it's boring or like, no. If you're thinking about that thing and you're writing about it, then it's important and it matters at the time that you're writing it, you know. When you look back at it 10 years from now, you're gonna say, oh, those are the things I was looking at. Those are the movies I was watching. Those are the documentaries I was interested 10 years ago, you know. And it's gonna be really, really interesting to look back at that. So yeah. And like Mark Twain said, 20 years from now, you will be more disappointed by things you didn't do than by the ones you did do. So don't limit yourself. Let your brain just run wild, you know, and explore. Something else I want to share really fast, because this video is already really, really long. I'm sorry. I hope y'all are still watching. So I mentioned in my tag that I wanted to write more creatively. And that's because I just started reading Sylvia Plath, the unabridged journals of Sylvia Plath, and whoa, like I love her writing. So for example, she wrote, I really want to read you guys this, sorry. She said, I love people, everybody. I love them. I think as a stamp collector loves his collection, every story, every incident, every bit of conversation is raw material for me. My love's not impersonal, yet not wholly subjective either. I would like to be everyone, a cripple, a dying man, a whore, and then come back to write about my thoughts, my emotions, as that person. But I am not omniscient. Sorry if I can't pronounce that. I have to live my life, and it is the only one I'll ever have. And you cannot regard your own life with objective curiosity all the time. So yeah, focus on what you like. Like I said, this book, her writing is amazing. She has truly inspired me. So yeah. Just remember to work at your own pace, but don't stop because you think it's not important. You know, focus on what you like and on your own interests, and that's going to be important for you, you know, because if it interests you, then it's important, you know. I don't know if I explained this well the way I wanted to, but I hope you enjoyed the video and I hope you understood what I was trying to mean by this. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. If you watched until the end, I'm sorry if I bored you guys with this, but I hope you guys found this interesting and helpful in some way, maybe. Anyways, alrighty guys, well, I hope you all have a great day or night. I don't know what time you guys will be watching this, but I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye-bye.